Hey folks, it's Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my video response to Behind the Truth, Lies, a Publishing Empire, The Economy of Truth by TheFaustianMan's. And I was going to leave a couple comments, but I figure if I can't do it in 500 characters, then I need to do a video response. Plus, it was an interesting video and made me think, and you probably should watch it first, and I'll put a link up here so you can go click and go watch it. Okay, so the first thing he says on here, basically, let me just give you a little quick summary of what it's about. Basically, he's talking about that the truth that you're given in the world basically is based upon economy or making money a lot of times, and people aren't necessarily concerned with giving you the truth. But it's, so anyway, go watch that video if you want to see it. But this is going to be my video response to the Fasting Man, which I thought was a great video. You made me think, and a lot of people don't make me think, so that alone is worth watching the video for me. Okay, let's just talk about the criticizing Jesus. I criticize Jesus for one reason, because he was wrong on some of the things he said. I ain't saying he's wrong on everything, but he was wrong on a lot of stuff he said, or didn't say it at the highest level possible, which basically, that's just the way it is. Okay. Well, was Jesus a person? Yeah, I think Jesus is a person. It seems fits perfectly. I don't see anything about Jesus that would contradict, anything that I've ever read from the Bible that would contradict him not being a real person. However, he's not God, obviously. The bullshit in there is not right. Okay. Okay, so then he says something about, do I make any money? And basically, no, I don't make any money off this. Basically, I got to a point where my life completely sucked. I was willing to commit suicide, and I said, you know what, I'm giving life one more try. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I don't care what I have to do. And basically, I had the #1 rated job. I'd done all kinds of things, and I gave everything up because it was killing me. And basically, like I say, I've been paying. I've been paying to get hits and stuff, but I basically gave that up. I figure I'm getting enough hits now. It don't matter. It'll grow when it needs to grow, and I'm just gonna follow my 9 principles. So no, I'm not really making money. Really, if you want to know how, if you follow the real truth, and you mentioned something, and this is to the Fasting Man, in your video you mentioned that these people don't have the balls to basically step up and speak the truth when they find it in their workplace. And I'll be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why the country will collapse. If you look at our country, we don't have any real men anymore. Because what's a real man do? A real man isn't worried about his 401k. He isn't worried about his pocketbook. He ain't worried about his family, because he knows at the end of the day, if he does the right thing, it's going to be better for his family. And I don't mean economically. You may not have more things, but you will be better off in totality. I mean, it's hard to see, and that's why people don't do the right thing, because they can't see it. And I noticed this in my prior work. They didn't have any balls to do the right thing, even though they knew it was the wrong thing happening. And basically, it's part of the it's going to be part of the collapse. And I was sitting in my job, like again, I had #1 rated job, and I was sitting there going, what the hell is the use of me staying here and doing this when the country's going to collapse? So might as well go do what I'm supposed to do. And that way they may still have a chance of keeping their jobs because I'm doing the right thing. So you should always do the right thing, and it's not going to be economically fitting for you, but in the essence, I don't maximize money. What I maximize is my essence. And see this room right here? This isn't my room. This is my house. This is what the truth leads you to. This is my mom's house. I know, you know how humbling it is to go from the #1 rated job to sit in your mom's house, 38 years old, divorced, unemployed, because you seek the truth. But I'll tell you something you may not believe. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. I'm more alive now than I've ever been in my life. Because if I wasn't here, I'd be dead. I mean, it's just that simple. When you follow the truth, you're going to give up everything. You're going to become like a wild animal again. Don't get me wrong. There will be a lot of money come my way in time. However, it's not what I'm after. If money does come to me, it's just going to flow right through me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to flow it to where it needs to go. So anyway, okay. So no, I ain't making no money off this. Now, I do plan on publishing a book eventually on Falling the Way of Growth, which the blog is already out there, which is the first link in the information section. But I mean, it may be 10 years. That's to me, that's going to be a lifelong book that I write, and that's going to be my gift to the world. And I don't expect my philosophies to take on overnight, because it's not the way things typically happen. I expect it in 200 to 500, maybe 1,000 years, it'll dominate the rest of the religions, and really, in a way, it sort of needs to be that way, because I need to sort of flow under the radar for a while and let it get established. I'm working on the roots. If you look at a tree that's big and tall, what's it do? It grows strong roots. If it doesn't, it falls over easy. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, when somebody's talking to you about the truth, you need to see if they're selling you anything. Like me, I'm not selling you, I'm just giving you. Somebody that really knows the truth, they'll just give it to you, because they get more essence from giving it to you, and they'll get more back by giving it to you. Son of a neck. They'll get more by giving it to you than they would by selling it to you. So, if you give in this life, you'll get it back. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, here's a couple quotes by Lao Tzu. He who knows he has enough is rich. I'll be honest with you, I consider myself one of the wealthiest people in the world. Even though I don't have riches, I am wealthy because I'm full of essence. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trade any of my insights for $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. Here's another one. I do nothing and people become rich. That was another one by Lao Tzu. Let's see what else I have. So one of the points he makes out is, it's about economics, and people are selling the truth because of economics. So one of the things that makes me realize I need to convince people that there's more to gain by applying and listening to what I say than not listening to it. And here's another one. Here's one I like to point out to people who don't see that. And I ask them this: do you have kids? Do you want their future to be great? Do you want it to be a place that they can have a good future? And I say, you know what? Well, guess what? You got two choices in life. You can either evolve or you'll get exploited. So if your kids don't evolve spiritually under this fallen way of growth and learn these philosophies, somebody else is, and guess what they're going to do to your kids? They're going to exploit your kids, because your kids are holding on to some philosophy that doesn't really work. It's archaic and iniquity kind of thinking. It hasn't evolved. Or if, let's say, you're not spiritual at all, you're just going to haphazard live through life, well, then you're not following solid principles, and those people over here are going to exploit you and use you for whatever reason. So, you can either follow the principles or get exploited. Okay. So I basically think, just a comment to the Fast Million. That was a good video. Like I said, you made me think, and it gives me some perspective too. And I think I've ranted all I want to do. Anyway, good video, buddy. Talk to you later. Oh yeah, and I put a video, a pop-up box, and you can go watch his video, and it'll be in the video response, because I'm going to video response this to his video. So I think that's all I wanted to say. Okay, till the next video, later folks.